What's poppin', Quis Nation?
What's happening?
Alright, you guys. So I'm back with another guest for you. And this guest, we got a special one for you. He does different photography and videography. But I'm going to let him introduce himself and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So go ahead and introduce yourself, bro. Let them know who you are and we can jump in this thing.
Man, what's happening? Well, first things first, brother. Thanks for having me.
I respect it, bro.
Trey Vibes, a.k.a. High Vibe Beans, a.k.a. Trevor, a.k.a. a businessman. I'm just another photographer, videographer, black young man from St. Louis, Missouri, just trying to strive for better and for his family. And, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good content in the making, being made and going to be made. But I feel like that's to wrap it up.
Alright, bet. Alright, y'all, so I got a special one for you today. So today's episode, I want to kind of get into the aspects of more filmmaking and expressing art. So for anybody who doesn't do any filmmaking, this is just expressing yourself through art, really. So you can apply this through your art or whatever your passion is. So stay tuned to see what we're going to say. We're going to get into some pretty good topics and we're going to keep it rolling. It's going to be nice, genuine conversation. And you know, we're going to get into some good stuff. Alright, so yeah, I want to hit a couple of business topics, a few film things, and talk about the film industry and just how to create a successful business, you know, from something you're passionate about, you know. So we can jump right in it.
Just to peek that up off that, I feel like definitely took goes to say, this definitely are my opinions on how to create successful business through evidence of my analysis, you know.
Right.
Just to state that.
Yeah. I mean, this is all just from our perspective of life, things that we've learned, you know, through having different experiences with business and with life, you know. Just because we're young, we do have a lot of experience, you know. What they say, you learn fast or you die young. You know, it's one of those things, you know. Don't judge the face, you know, or the person by the age, you know, until you know something about that person. So get a chance to listen to us, and then, you know, you still can't judge after that because you never truly know a person. But, you know, just go off of what a person is saying, you know, and their actions too. Actions are the biggest thing, you know, because a person can say anything. I can tell you anything. I can tell you some real sweet stuff. But that means nothing if that man or woman doesn't stand behind that with an action, you know. So what is that action, you know? And speaking off of that, you know, just jumping into that, what do you feel is the biggest motivator for you creating successful actions, you know, in your business? So what makes you strive for more every single day and get up and want to be better and put in that work to get, you know, your goals achieved, you know, and to get where you want to be in business and in life?
Hey, that's a dope question over there. I low-key was like thinking like, what kind of questions was he gonna ask me?
You know,
what motivates me though? What motivates me, one, my family, the people that I love. Those are one of the big factors that motivates me, and me just wanting to do. I feel like me wanting to do anything for just better situations, and me really wanting to do that, and me believing that I want to do that. And
right.
So I had to go with family first. The second motivator, I had to give it to God/faith, because I feel like without faith, it's just it really. I feel like it'd be a struggle going on. It'd be a disconnection going on. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be able to get understood, in my opinion.
Right.
And so, just off top, I feel like that pretty much like summed it up as far as like the motivation and in it, and like what motivates me to create art and stuff like that. I had to go with family and God. Okay,
and I think those are, you know, some big aspects. And for people who do, you know, believe in a higher power or whatever you may believe, just having a belief and a faith in something. Your belief might be faith, or it might be science, or it might be family, or it might be money, or, you know, females or whatever, you know, but just having a belief in something that keeps you whole, something that keeps you grounded, something that pushes you to strive for more, to be better, to be great, and hold yourself accountable. I think that's one of the biggest problems with society today is that we have trouble holding ourselves accountable. So how do you feel that accountability affects your actions and different things that you do?
I feel like accountability, as far as like actions and things, I feel like humans, we are very delicate. We are very delicate creatures. You should understand accountability, because you don't understand accountability, then I feel like you'll take it wrong for like trying to stroke your ego in a sense. And ego with artists, I feel like there's a very thin line on it, like basically walking on a tightrope. And
I think ego is insecurity covered in persona or makeup. You know,
yes.
You know, like that's all ego is, feeling that I'm better than someone.
Right, and it's a very delicate.
Yeah.
It's a delicate. That's really what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I feel you.
That we have something delicate within us that we need to be stroked. You feel me? And accountability, definitely, it's important. I feel like accountability is definitely important. Like if let's say I'm a photographer and I do videos as well, so I feel like if it's my job to create a great experience, the best experience I could create. If I don't create the best experience I could create, with that being in my mind to make a system in my business, then I'm not holding myself accountable.
Right.
And me not holding myself accountable will likely, in my opinion, digress the productiveness of the business.
Yeah.
So I feel like accountability is very important, but I feel like it's definitely take a step further than that, understanding accountability and what it should do to an individual or a company or a business is very important.
I feel so too, bro. Just because if you get yourself into something and you can't see that you were the one that might have caused the problem, or even if you might have fixed the problem, you know, even if you were the one that came up with the solution, but how did this problem originate? Where did it stem from? And if it stemmed from you and you aren't able to hold yourself accountable and know that the problem stemmed from you, then how can you truly know how to fix yourself and how to, know how to maneuver when those different situations might arise again,
And I feel like with my fault,
go ahead, bro.
But like with accountability, in order to grow, you must accept accountability for the actions that you have messed up on, metaphorically speaking, but you have created.
Right.
I feel like it's definitely important that you do that, because if you don't, how could you grow?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How could you grow? You don't take accountability. You steady blame somebody else. How could you grow? Well, I didn't do it. You didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You that wasn't a mistake you made, so there's not a mistake for you to grow from. You know what I'm saying? And if that's a lie, then you already 10 steps back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't take no steps forward, and take 10 steps back. So I feel like accountability could definitely help in a lot of situations and stuff like that, pretty much.
But I want to know, what do you think will be some of the effects that technology will have on the media industry, as far as film production and changing the way that we create films and make art and express ourselves? How do you think technology will affect that?
I think technology will make it better. Me being a photographer, if they make a camera next year that got 12K,
right,
180,000 frames per second, and then I feel like that'd be better cinematic views, slower, better slow-mo, better apertures, better lenses. I feel like that's just evolution as far as growth. At least in my opinion, I think that's how it's gonna go. I think it'd be a good, beneficial, probably a productive tool if used in that way for the media industry, for the film industry, for industries like in that nature. Possibly it could go to maybe streams, instead of like going to the movies. They're previewing movies online, streaming them, And I feel like it's definitely good in the evolution of technology in the film industry.
Okay. So do you feel like that could kind of put us in a phase to where we drift away from the real getting the real essence of the art, you know, because we so engulfed in technology that it pretty much gets the shot for us. You get what I'm saying? So do you think that that takes away from us, you know, actually having to do the work and get the shot, you know, to get the shot? Or do you think it's just a supplement?
I feel like a little of both, because it could take us away definitely like from the fans, unless, you know what I'm saying, like Tyler Perry, he wanted to do the stand up, like the what they call like the opera stadium type of
The plays.
Yeah, like doing plays and stuff like that, and he was doing plays just so people could come and do like the live stuff.
Right.
And so in that case, they'll probably, you know what I'm saying, make it better, but in like make it worse.
Yeah.
But in the case as far as like YouTube series, you know, or, you know, a lot of people do YouTube series. That's like become a more popular thing now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can even go bigger and say, you know what I'm saying, Netflix partnerships,
Right.
because, you know what I'm saying, people partnerships with a lot of different brands, like, and stuff like that. Like Facebook bought, what was it, TikTok? I believe.
I think so, bro. I know they just bought something though, bro.
Twitter? Nah, Twitter's not that.
I think it was TikTok. I think it was, cause TikTok was Musically before. You know, that's what TikTok was. It was Musically. Yeah,
Okay, I say
they got bought and changed their name. But you know that they the closest thing to becoming the next Instagram. So we could jump on, you know, creating art for that platform. So have you tried that platform yet? Have you tried creating art for that platform?
TikTok?
Yeah.
I have not.
Okay. Yeah, I just got one, bro. And
what do you think about that? What do you think about that TikTok?
I fuck with it, bro. Right now the demographic on it is skew younger, meaning, you know, it's a lot more children on the site, you know, 16 and younger. But that's not to say that there aren't any adults on the site. You know what I'm saying? There are adults on the site, you know, but it just skews younger. But I feel like that's what happened with every app. Facebook went through that phase, Instagram, Snapchat, all of the apps went through that phase.
So that was really the first ones to even really probably see the, you know what I'm saying, those like Instagram.
Right.
The first people to probably see Instagram, probably some children with free time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is, oh, okay.
And then they get their parents hip. And then their parents get on it, and after they saturate it, that's when younger kids get off and they find another site to go to. So that's all that happens, you know. So we just going through that era of it right now, and right now TikTok is one of the hot new apps, and I know everybody is going to, if with the direction they're going in, if they make a few more adjustments to make it more, I wouldn't even have to say suitable for all ages, because it's an app where you could get on and, you know, find some entertainment content. Yeah, you know. But I like the setup of the app. You know, it's real smooth, it's real simple. But I think that you could definitely get a lot of organic reach from using the app and posting your content on there, because people do use it for photography, videography, you know, just cool small 30-second clips, you know, cinematography clips and videos. So I think that that's a good way to market, you know, your art and your content, getting on that app while the organic reach is still, you know, high. Yeah, because not that many people are on there. So that means that since it's less saturated, the people who are on there are more likely to see your posts. Right now on Instagram, everybody posts on Instagram so much that you're not going to see half, you know, you're only going to see like 30% of what your followers post.
Right, okay.
You know, and that's if you're on there at the same time. You get what I'm saying? You know, so the algorithm with that shows you, you know, the things that you're most interested in, and they shrink it down. That way it only shows you a few things, you know, because it's skimming through so much data that, you know, so many people are out there and putting so much content that it can't show you all of it at once, you know. But with TikTok, it isn't as
stage.
saturated. You know, it's in the early stages. So I think that that'll be a good place, you know, to really market on, to put your content and get some good organic reach, and you know, get followers and awareness for your page or whatever it might be that you do. You know, because you can do anything
more proficiently.
Yeah. Okay. You know, you just gotta figure out how to put a swing to it, because if you know it in advance, okay, right now it skews younger, so I have to put a swing and get creative with my content to where it'll be appealing to younger audiences, but also still relevant to older audiences.
May have the connections with both. For sure, I feel like that's definitely important, for sure. But I feel like it's definitely more important for the younger, like how you say. I feel like we definitely probably should aim for those 16 and younger artists due to those that age bracket are more interactive with applications, phones, internet in general.
Mm-hmm.
I would say internet.
And they know how to work all the technology and everything too. I mean, and that, you gotta think about it, bro. They're gonna grow up and they're gonna need mentors and leaders and people to look up to. You know, like we're not really talking to all the people that are older than us, because they've mostly lived their lives, and of course, you know, hopefully they have more living to do.
Right.
And if we can supplement that, then by all means, you know, but we're more so targeting people our age and younger, because those are the people who haven't experienced life as much, just like us, you know, and are still going through that process of finding themselves and finding life, just like we are still going through that process of finding ourselves and finding out, you know, what it means to be a black man in today's society, and just being a person, bro. Just knowing how to cope in society with other people, you know, and other energies, and channeling that content to that target audience would build you. It would build you a consumer base.
Just
that in a longevity aspect, though. Yeah, because they gonna grow older and then they gonna have kids, you know, but they've been following you for a long time.
I mean, let's look at it like this.
And they gonna put other people on, and
let's look at it like this. As far as the age bracket of 16 and under, there's a lot more 16 and under age bracket right now than it was a year ago. Just due to the strength of, you know what I'm saying?
Population increased so much, bro.
Yeah, population increases daily, and if you know what I'm saying, if you look into that age group will always constantly grow, and you already touched that, you know what I'm saying, a 16-year-old, so they exit that age bracket. Now you have a 17-year-old, you know what I'm saying, statistically, you know what I'm saying, stating, but it's exponentially going to grow,
right.
I feel like there's no more productive way to affect your path than to affect or try to affect the next generation. I feel like there's no better way to help than to pass it on. What they say, pay it forward. Basically just paying it forward.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing, bro. We gotta impact those minds who are gonna take the baton and go forward with it, you know, like you said, because after we dead and gone, who's gonna take our spot? You know,
right.
Of course we still young, we still got work to do, we still got a long way to go, but, you know, just planning ahead and knowing I'm not gonna be here forever, right. You know, so when I am gone, I wanna know that things are gonna be taken care of, just, you know, employing that generational wealth, you know, and that financial literacy, that way that they are self-reliant and they don't have to feed off of someone else and rely off of someone else to feed them, because you know how to make money on your own, you know how to eat on your own, you know, and that's what we need to start instilling in our kids, bro, in the community. Not even just the kids, but the parents too. I feel like
that's so crazy. What do you think influences the idea of relationship?
Seeing what it's becoming you know, a lot of older generations, they don't understand the technology because they didn't grow up with it. We actually grow up with it, so we